Welcome to the girls' room. I can't even think. What in the actual fuck was that? They're so comfy in the snow. And your inner is either ew. I look like Elphaba. Sorry. Can't ever do it right the first time. Ew, girl. I licked the mask. It was so gross. Say less. If you are also struggling this Saturday night, or if you're just struggling and it's a random night and you happen to find this video, I want you to take some time to do some self. Thanks for helping me turn my mood around. Y'all, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. Can you name that movie? Whew, friends, mamas, bedtime take you out tonight too? Why is it so stressful? It should not be stressful at all sitting there while your kids fall asleep, but I just need to stop doing it, honestly. Oof, all right. Bedtime took me out to the point that it made me cranky. So what do we need to do? We need to fix that. We're doing some self-care. We're gonna take a nice full body shower because this hair does not have anything in it. This is just au natural al gris. So that needs to get washed immediately. So full body shower, we're gonna exfoliate, we're gonna shave, we're gonna wash the hair, we're gonna wash the face, all this stress makeup off my face. And it's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna feel fresh when we get out. We're gonna lotion on up, and then it's gonna be mask time. So thank you to my lovely viewer, subscriber. I actually don't know how to check that stuff yet, so whoever you are, thank you so much. The very first one, this is the first video that has been requested by a viewer or subscriber, so you know who you are. Thank you so much for requesting this video. The minute you did that, I got so excited. This became so real for me. That was such a milestone. So this is thank you to you. This is the mask video. We're gonna be doing all different kinds of face masks tonight, maybe some feet masks, some eye patches, some gua sha, and I'm gonna be doing a sit-down Q&A to let you guys know all the things, YouTube, personal. I try to think of some questions. I asked you guys to leave me some questions in my last video, nobody did, but it's okay. ChatGPT got your guys' back. You guys were off the hook, so ChatGPT came up with some questions for me. So we're doing some face masks, answer those questions, maybe get into a couple tangents, all of that fun stuff. So friends, if your Saturday night is not going how you wanted to, or whenever you're watching this video, if your night is not going how you wanted to, and you want to change things around, stick with me, hang out with me tonight. We're gonna do all the self-care. We're gonna talk about all the stuff. So friends, if that's where you're at tonight, whatever night of the week this video finds you, go ahead and dedicate some time to yourself for your self-care because you deserve it. You truly do. Whether you're a mama of babies, of fur babies, of plants, of nothing, whatever, you deserve to take some time for you. So without further ado, let's get into our shower. Glasses off. And then I did not actually put any mask in my hair because I actually ran out of clarifying shampoo, and I feel like when I put heavy oils and stuff in my hair, it needs that clarifying shampoo to get out of there. So I need to go to Wally World or to Target soon anyways because I want to look at what is the word? Oh, brain work, please. Body wash. I want to look at Christmas scented body washes. Ow. I just got this amazing spiced chai. Oh my God, so good. And I was so excited when I saw it. I immediately just snatched it and didn't read what it was, thinking it was lotion. It's hand wash. Which great, cool, fine. But I already had a hand wash and I have a whole big bucket of hand wash that I don't need another one. I wanted it to be lotion. Chai is like my favorite. Has anyone tried my Starbucks chai cold foam drink? Did anybody see that video? It's in my what I eat in a day video. I claimed to revolutionize Starbucks, and I will stand by that. We're gonna, okay. Got the hair all combed through. Oh, you know what I just remembered? I haven't cleaned their hair from the last time that I washed my hair. Long-haired girlies know you gotta have that hair catcher in your shower. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I wait until my hair dries because I hate touching wet hair. Especially wet hair that's not attached to a head. So if you're grossed out by that too, wait for the hair in the shower to dry that's like caught in your hair catcher, your hair net thing, whatever. And it's so much easier to get rid of. So much easier. What are we gonna do? Take off our earrings, there we go. So I don't like to wear earrings in the shower because I really like to scrub my ears. I feel like that's a good chance to get them all clean. Earrings go there. What should we watch or listen to in the shower? I normally like to put something on, like a movie, or the good old YouTube. It's almost 4 months since we've gotten our nose pierced, which means we could change it to a hoop soon. I'm so excited. I kind of like to watch YouTube videos when I take a shower, especially when I am taking a full body shower, because I like to try to stay on track with them. So if they're like 20 minutes, I try to stay within that 20 minutes in the shower. Kind of keeps me on track, you know?
So it has snowed.
I love her.
Just got here. I'm so excited.
Let's do this. friends. That was such a good shower. Okay, so now everything is done. Our hair is washed, our face is washed, our teeth are brushed, our body is exfoliated, we shaved, we put on lotion, we washed the body. All of it is so good. So now we're gonna move on to face mask time. I'm so excited for this. So we're gonna be using the good old Indian clay mask first. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit and we're gonna do some questions. And then we're gonna bring out this guy, the good old ordinary, told you I'm a stan, the little vampire face mask, the AHA one. And then we even have a good old foot mask. We're gonna do all the things here, friends. Let's get started. We need to go get a little bowl to put this in so we can mix it with water. You can either mix this clay with water or with apple cider vinegar. I can't stand the smell of apple cider vinegar, especially if it's gonna be sitting on my face for 20 minutes. I cannot be breathing that in for that long. So we're just gonna do some water. I'm gonna go get that and I'll be right back. Okay. Alrighty, let's hope this guy stays on. We got it. Got our kid's little bowl here we're gonna use. Little wooden spoon. Here we go. Oh, this thing keeps coming undone out of the back of my head. Oh gosh. You know what? Take it off. Take it off, right? Ugh, putting your hair up when it's wet is the worst. Okay, let's do it. Alrighty, so we're gonna mix this stuff together and then we're gonna put it on our face. My mirror is completely foggy right now, so you're gonna be my mirror. Clay time. Oops. What do you think? That much for my face? Let's see. Equal parts clay and water. Non-metal bowl and non-utensil. Maybe just a touch more? What do you guys think? Let's try that. Just messing this right off the bat, huh? I don't like a real runny face mask. I want it to be a little bit thicker. Oh gosh. No, it's too thick. Goodness. Okay. You can work with this though. I think I like that consistency. What do you think? Why are you hot all the time now? Interesting. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. We had to take a break for a second. I think because of all the heat in the bathroom, the camera got over hot, so we needed to take a little break. But here we go. Question and answer time. First mask time. Let's do it. I'm a little afraid to touch it with my actual hands. So I'm gonna touch it with this. Alrighty, we're gonna start with personal stuff first. So here we go. First question of our Q&A. Here we go. Tell us about you. Alrighty. Well, My name is Tay, born Taylor, but when I was in college, my roommates gave me the nickname of Tay, and I felt like that fit my personality so much more. So I adopted the nickname and I kind of just stuck with it. So I go by Tay. Hi, I am 30 years old. I will be 31 on December 11th. Fun fact about me, for the first 9 years of my life, I didn't know my birthday was on December 11th. I thought my birthday was on December 1st. My mom lied on my birth certificate so that I could start school early. My whole family knew except for me. I don't know if my closest sister knew, like my closest in age sister knew. I think she did know. I think I was the only one that didn't know, and I found out on my way to the dentist because I saw the paperwork my mom filled out, and she filled out my birth date with the correct birth date with the 11th, but I thought my birthday was the 1st for the first 9 years of my life. So I found out on my way to the dentist. My birthday is on the 11th. So yeah, I will be 31 on December 11th. I am so excited to be in my 30s. When I turned 30, I felt like it was the best feeling ever. I was very excited to say goodbye to my 20s and all of that craziness. And I have loved 30 so far. It's been rough. I'm not saying it's been completely easy, but I'm so much more comfortable with who I am in my 30s, in this first year being 30, and I love that for me. So that's really fun. I have 2 kids. Sebastian is 6 and Navi is 4. I'm originally from California. I grew up in Southern California in like the same little town. And then I went to college in San Francisco for 2 years, and then I dropped out of college and I started working at Starbucks. And after a while, it got really complicated living in San Francisco and having a dog. So my dog moved back home with my family, and then a couple months later, I ended up following him. So I transferred stores. And when I transferred stores, I ended up meeting my baby daddy. Oh, I just got my nose ring on that one. Oh well. I ended up meeting my baby daddy. So everything happens for a reason, right? And then let's see, yes. Met the baby daddy, we had our kiddos. And then I was an editor for about 1.5 years, which was a really cool job. I stopped working at Starbucks. I was at Starbucks for 7 years. And then I started doing editing full time, and I got to work from home, and that was really fun. And it actually allowed me to move from California to Colorado. We decided to move to Colorado because growing up in LA specifically, we did not feel like it was great for our kids to be around, you know? It was kind of hard to find a place to live that was affordable and big enough that we wanted. There wasn't much nature around. We wanted to live somewhere where there was 4 seasons because we didn't have that growing up. So we were thinking about it. It was either between Oregon or Colorado. And I actually have a cousin who lives a little bit down south from here. So one year for our anniversary, we actually came out here and we visited my cousin and we drove around. And we really could picture ourselves living here. Fast forward to us having kids, we brought them out here, which was just like a short 2 years later. And the first thing Sebastian said when we landed was, "Mama, are we home? We're home." And in that moment, I knew that we'd be moving here for sure. But that trip was to see if they would like it, to start apartment hunting. And we applied for an apartment, but actually got denied for it after like 2 weeks of going back and forth. But that was farther south than where we are now. And I ended up just finding this apartment by chance, and we applied for it and we got it. So it was a no-brainer move here. And we've loved it ever since. It's been the best move ever. So yeah, I didn't really like the scene in LA. I didn't really feel like I fit in there. I wasn't really with the hustle and bustle. I wanted to be somewhere where the life was a little bit slower. I wanted to be more incorporated with nature. And it just kind of seemed like the perfect fit. And whoever was screaming at me that was way too much powder, I hear you. Loud and clear, I hear you. Okay, so 16 minute, or it's at the 16, that drive for 5 to 10 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, okay. We planned to move to Colorado, and actually doing that is kind of what led me into finding YouTube. So right before we took the trip to Colorado, I started watching YouTube videos on different parts of Colorado about what they were like, what their vibe was, all that kind of stuff. And I actually found a YouTuber, Rachel, she was Rachel Radke at the time, she's Rachel Ottenruth now, but she lived in Fort Collins, and I started watching her vlogs, and I didn't realize that you could vlog for a living. I didn't know that. So I didn't know a regular person could vlog for a living. I had found Kara and Nate, I love them so much. I found them, but I was like, oh, they travel, I can understand them having a job. They travel, they make videos for travel, yes. But for somebody to just vlog about their life and it be their job? What? That's so cool. So not only was she the first YouTuber that I found that is doing that, but she also lived in Colorado. So I started watching her vlogs, and she got me really excited into moving to the Colorado area. And then, okay, so let's see what else. I taught myself how to brew kombucha, and I was doing that for a while, and I really, really loved it. I started baking my own sourdough bread, and I made my own sourdough starter just a couple months ago. But something happened to it, it got a little bit funky, so I had to get rid of it. But I want to bring that back because I loved baking with it, especially like sourdough brownies were so good. And I actually prefer like dinner rolls over sourdough bread, but I got into that and I really loved it. So now that whole like homesteading itch is coming, you know, when you hit 30, you want your own homestead, you want your own garden, you want sourdough, you want to start learning how to crochet, all of that kind of stuff, and it's definitely hitting me. So I'm very excited to get into all of that kind of stuff. I love watching YouTube. That's like one of my favorite things ever. Love watching YouTube. I'm a homebody. I love being at home. If you can't tell, a lot of the vlogs so far have been at home. I'm definitely a homebody. I love to be home. That being said, I live in a beautiful area, and I'm getting more and more excited to explore the area around me and to take you guys with me to document all of that. So that's really fun. Let's see. I am the youngest child out of 4 siblings. My 2 oldest siblings are 14 and 12 years older than me, and then my closest age sibling to me is 13 months older than me, so we're 16. We're 16 months apart. So yeah, I have 4 siblings. They all live in different states. That's a lie. My sister just moved back to California. So I have 2 siblings in California and 1 in Texas. I do not have any pets. Ever since my first and only puppy that I've had, that was my own. Ever since he passed away, I have not been ready for a puppy. We live in an apartment now that allows dogs. We actually have a dog park right behind us, but I will say no to that. My son wants an axolotl really bad, and I just have to say no for now. We're gonna maybe when we move into a house, but I'm just not ready for pets. So a huge part of my life is working out. When I moved to Colorado almost 4 years ago, I was not a workout girly. I really wanted to be, but I had a huge block with it. And actually when I moved here, I tried a workout class called Spanga, and it became my whole entire personality, my whole entire life. I love it so much. And I'm actually an instructor at the Spanga here in Loveland. So I love it so much. And that is my main place where I work out, so I am a fitness instructor, and I also work at a karate school in a neighboring town. So I'm kind of all surrounded by fitness, health, all that kind of stuff. I dropped out of college like I told you, but I went back to school when my son was 3 months old. No, it started, he was 6 months old. He was 6 months old. So I went back to school when my son was 6 months old. It was all online, so it was very manageable. But I was working full time. I had a 6-month-old, and I was in school. And I don't give myself enough credit for that. That's why I'm saying it to you guys. If you do something, give yourself credit for it. It's not small. Give yourself credit for it. So giving myself my flowers. And I went to school for holistic health and nutrition, which was really, really cool. I still think about it all the time. Unfortunately, my dad passed a couple months into my schooling, so I was very much checked out for the rest of the year. It was only a year-long program, and I was very much checked out after. Oh no, the light came on again. yeah, I was very much checked out after that, unfortunately. But I still have all of the material. I still have access to all of it. The school I went to was called IIN, Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and I loved it. I loved the material. I loved everything. Gobbled it all up. It was a very nice distraction to have that first year that my dad was gone. It was hard. Yeah, so that being said, I lost my dad when my son was 6 months old. Lost my dad and became a parent in the same year was very difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. And so became a mom, lost my dad, and lost my dog all in the same year. That was really tough, really hard, very hard. And then when Nabi was born, Danny had started a new job and he was back to work when she was a week old. And she's a pandemic baby, so I was by myself with 2 under 2 during a pandemic. Holy fuck. It was wild, it was crazy. It was not a good time. I don't recommend it at all. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. This next question is, why did you move to Colorado? I feel like I kind of touched on that. Personal goals within the next 3 to 5 years. That's a fun one. Some goals that I have for the next 3 to 5 years. I want to be fluent in Spanish within the next 3 to 5 years. Baby daddy's whole side of the family speaks Spanish. He speaks Spanish. My kids speak Spanish, so it's time for me to get on board. I would love to speak Spanish. I would love to take my kids traveling. It seems very generic, but I really feel like they'd be such good travelers. They're really good when we travel just from state to state, but they're so curious and they ask so many questions, and I feel like traveling would just like really love, I would love that for them. Disney World trips. If you know, you know. Yes, yes, yes. I want to take them to Disney World. We're gonna be in a house within the next year, so that is actually very exciting. I'm very excited to move into a house. I would like this channel to be somewhere amazing in the next 3 to 5 years, wherever it grows to. I am very excited for whatever that is to come. I would like to have some sort of sustainability with this channel, whether that be its own business, it's got multiple revenues, whatever that is. I'm totally here for that. 2 houses within the next 3 to 5 years. I feel like it's definitely possible. I want to try something new every year. So I told myself when I'm 30 that I'm going to try something new, and I actually started doing karate. So that's something new that I'm trying. And then so it'll be fun to see. I only have a couple weeks left to decide what the new thing for 31 is going to be. So that's fun. Well, let's give ourselves some more credit here. We started karate and we started vlogging this year, which has been more of a lifelong goal than karate. So we're good on that front. I feel like I sound kind of lame. I want to take cooking classes. I want to take pottery classes. I want to learn how to throw some clay. I've always wanted to do that ever since I saw It Takes Two with Mary Kate and Ashley. Oh! Biggest flex and biggest insecurity. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. I'm gonna start with the bad first, and then we're gonna work our way up to the good, because you always want to end on a good note, right? So my biggest insecurity is my speech. It's been a struggle for my whole entire life. When I grew up, I actually had a speech impediment. It was hard for me to say my R's correctly. I kind of just sounded like I was from Jersey or something. It was just very relaxed, like blah instead of R. Oh no, my thing is dying, damn. And so I went to speech therapy for a while for it, but then it just kind of it wasn't really important to anybody anymore. And then something happened in my adult years where I kind of still have that like R problem. Every once in a while it'll slip out, but I started getting this like stutter. I stumble over my words, my brain moves too fast for my mouth, or vice versa. They're not connecting, neurons aren't firing properly up there. So I feel like that's my biggest insecurity, because I'm so aware of it, and I feel like the more aware of it I am, the harder it is and the more I stumble over myself. So that's been very hard, but I have very much learned to just laugh it off and embrace it. And so rude, shutting down on me when I'm talking about my insecurities. Oh my god. Saying less. So rude, so rude. Anyways, like I was saying, it's something that I'm really aware of, but I really have been working on it, especially the last couple of years. I've really been trying to just slow myself down even more. The problem is, the slower I talk, the more it sounds weird in my own head. Like I sound like I'm really intentionally talking slow. So that's how slow it goes in my head, and it's just too much for me. So it's fine, it's fine. We're working on it, it's okay. Not everybody's perfect, and I'm gonna survive. It's gonna be fine. My biggest flex, I would have to say, is my mindset. I give myself all the props all the time for how my mind works, for how my mind protects me, for the things my mind can think of, for the connections my mind makes, all of that stuff. I really feel like I got lucky with the things that I've learned in the sequence that I've learned them to help me get to where I am at. I was gonna say, I feel like I can really trust my mind, except when I'm PMSing. That's hilarious. I feel like I can really trust my mind to calm me down, to help me think logically, to help me think of a different perspective, to help me think outside the box, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would definitely say my biggest flex is my mind and my mindset. And then what are your hobbies? So my hobbies, I was gonna start getting back into kombucha, but then I started doing some sourdough stuff and I was really getting into that. I was putting in everything. I was making waffles, I was making brownies, I was making bread, I was making dinner rolls, all of it. And it was so good. Something happened and like some red goo got in there. I don't know how that happened, but that was my latest hobby. And then now I've picked up this YouTube thing, so filming and editing and all that kind of stuff has really started to take a hold of my mind. I'm getting myself back into reading, so I'm actually on my 3rd book, which doesn't sound like a lot, and it's definitely not a lot, but 3 books within the span of 2 months is crazy for me. That's so good. So I get on the bandwagon of reading sometimes, and then I'll really be into it, and then I'll fall off, and then I'll be off for a long time. And I'm really trying to get better at it because I'm trying to be on my phone less, and I want to read more, and I feel like it'll help with my speech, and I feel like it'll help me when I read to my kids and all that kind of stuff. So I'm on my 3rd book. I'm reading the Disney Villains series. I believe I talked about it in a previous video. I am now on the 3rd book. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I don't recommend it. I don't, it's not good. The 2nd book, the Beast book, what in the actual fuck was that? I don't even know. I did not care for it. The writing was all over the place. There was potholes, it jumped around. Just no, not good. But I got myself the Wicked series. Why didn't anybody tell me Wicked was a book? I thought it was just a straight musical this whole time. So I bought the entire Wicked series and I'm just plowing through this Disney Villains book because I want to get to the Wicked series so bad. I want to read it so bad. I listened to Defying Gravity in the car the other day, and you know the part. I belted. Oh, I did. I texted the bestie, I was like, where are you? We need to belt. I look like Elphaba. Right? Elphaba? Because Glinda's the witch, right? Yeah. Okay. Watching TV, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, definitely a hobby of mine. Being at home, a hobby? Is that even a hobby? I don't know. Okay, let's get this off because it feels like it's drying, and let's get our 2nd face mask on. This shit's not coming off. My back hurts. Taking concrete off your face. What the hell? I always forget. It don't need to be that thick, girl. She thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Oof. Skin's feeling great. Oh. Sorry. Here we go. What order would you guys have done this in? This one's the more intense one, and that one's definitely the more healing, obviously. But I feel like if I ever put anything on my face after I use this, it freaks. So we're just gonna go with this order. Oh, this one's so good, I love it. Okay, so next question is, we'll hop into the YouTube stuff. What made you want to be a YouTuber? Very basic, but pretty essential to know since, you know, I'm here now. I felt like I could do it, you know? First and foremost, I love watching YouTube content. One of my favorite things ever. I watch YouTube more than I watch anything else now. I found YouTube actually really late in life. I found it a couple years ago, to be honest, like maybe 4 years ago at this point. I didn't know that you could do other things than like watch music videos or just like random videos learning stuff. I didn't know that like people vlogged. I didn't know that that was a thing. I knew like people made videos about traveling, but I didn't know that like regular schmegular people like vlogged. And as soon as I found that, I loved vlogs. Like love vlogs. And I'm not gonna say it's because I'm a nosy person, but I'm gonna say it's because I'm a nosy person. I just like knowing how people live life, what they're doing. It's really helped me in motherhood, see what other moms are going through, see how they do things for their kids. And after a while of doing that, I just kind of felt like, hey, you know what? I love it so much. I have a background in editing. I could do this too. I wanna try it, I can do it. And you know how long I marinated on that for? 2 years. I watched YouTube for a whole year before I was like, yeah, you know what, I think I could do that. And then I waited a whole another 2 years before I even got active on it. So let that be a lesson to y'all. Okay, first things firstly, just a thin layer of this guy. This guy exfoliates and takes layers off of your skin, if I remember correctly. 10 minutes for this. Hopefully I remember. Beautiful. Let's come and down here and put on a little foot mask. I feel like the last reason I wanted to start a channel is because I don't want to depend on working for somebody else for my whole life. I love my job now and I would work for my bosses that I have now for the rest of my life if I could. But what if they want to retire? What if they don't want to have their business anymore? Then like that leaves me. What do I do, you know? So just kind of preventative like that. And I decided that if I'm gonna have another job, it's not gonna be working for somebody else. It's gonna be doing something that I want, that I love. And so this is the thing that I decided to dive into. Quick break from the questions. We're gonna apply this foot mask. My feet are disgusting right now and I'm not showing you those dogs for free. So you're just gonna have to bear with me here. Or maybe I will show you. Who cares really, right? Do I have any advice so far on my journey? I do, and it's kind of along the lines of just start, but more so than just start, take baby steps. Literally, just take baby steps. You don't have to do everything all in one day. You don't have to learn how to film, learn how to edit, learn how to post, and get comments all in one day. Like, just start taking clips once a day. And then slowly start gradually adding everything in. I feel like that'd be my biggest tip of advice. Here is 1, 2. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And then my other piece of advice is to use all the free equipment that you can, because like everybody else says out there, you don't need the most fanciest stuff to start. And you don't need subscriptions to everything to start. Just use what's out there. I still use YouTube Studio all the time and it really bothers me. Because I know there's better music out there, but you know what, right now that's where I'm at in my journey. I just have to stay patient and I just have to wait. Ooh, this one's cool. Was it hard to choose a name? Or what other names would your channel have been if it wasn't in my Tay era? It was kind of hard to choose a name. I went back and forth between quite a few names actually. I really wanted something to do with my first name. I didn't want anything to do with my last name just because I do plan on changing my last name when I get married. So I didn't want to deal with all of that. So first I was thinking of Tay Vibes, just because it's meant to be like a channel about what I vibe with, what I'm vibing with right now, all that kind of stuff. And then summertime, another name was Enchanté, but I didn't know how to spell it in a way that came across as it would be Enchanté and not Enchanté. So I couldn't really figure that one out, but I was really going through a Beauty and the Beast thing this summer. So I thought that Enchanté would be kind of cute. My little catchphrase could be, Enchanté, it's Tay. That would be cute, you know, whatevers. And then of course there's In My Tay era, which I decided on. And Tay World was the other one, because that used to be my little like bio thing on Instagram way back in the day. And I was like, well, it's gonna be about my world, so like, why not? But I feel like In My Tay era is the best kind of fit, just because there's gonna be a lot of different eras as I go through lots of different phases of life. So right now we're in my Tay era, and this whole like channel is really about coming into yourself, embracing who you are, loving where you are right here, right now, and fully just living to be who you are and who you want to be. I feel like a big part of what I want my channel to be about is just coming back home to you and being proud of who you are and being proud of your uniqueness. So being in my Tay era means embracing everything that makes me Tay. So I just want to embrace that, and hopefully you guys can embrace being you. My name In My Tay era kind of ties into why I started a channel to begin with, is because I wanted to start a community of other like-minded gals, parents, whoever wants to be here, whoever finds my channel. I just wanted to find a community who's going through the same thing, who's going through parenthood at the same phase that I am. I feel like on social media, a lot of like popular things are newborns and like babies, but like us moms who are sending our kids to school for the first time and like going through this whole journey for the first time, it's crazy. We need each other. And I don't have a lot of friends who are going through this exact phase that I'm going through right now. So I feel like just being in this era, I wanted to create a community that can support that and that I can help support, and we can just all ride this wave together, you know? Check. Boop. I didn't even read to see how long. Did I throw it away? 10 minutes. Oh. Okay, we have 3 more minutes for our face. Okay, so let's see. Have you told people in your inner circle, or how many people know of like your close friends that you started a YouTube channel? Only 2 people know. I have wanted to start this channel for a while, like I was telling you guys earlier, and it's funny, earlier this summer I was with my niece, and she is the first person that I told out loud that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And after I told her that, it was like a month and a half later that I got a camera and I started it. So she knows of it. I haven't told her that I started a channel yet, but baby daddy, of course he knows because he lives here. And then my best friend who lives in New York knows that I started the channel. Other than that, at first I didn't tell anybody else because I was embarrassed, and I'm still a little bit like, oh, what if people from high school find me? But it's like, who? I didn't beef with anybody in high school, so who cares? Like, whatever. I haven't told anyone in my family yet because right now I just kind of equate it to like, oh, I just started a social media, so that's all I'm doing. I just started a social media, that's all. Yeah, I haven't made an effort to tell anybody, and I haven't had any plans to really tell anybody besides a couple people that know. I think the next person that's gonna find out is my sister, because she's coming here in Thanksgiving, so that'll be fun to get her on a couple videos. You'll see her soon if she's comfortable with it. And then probably my niece, and we'll see who goes. We'll see from there. Any pet peeves as a viewer of YouTube? One thing that I thought about when thinking of this question, because I thought of this question, but something that I really truly have a pet peeve with is when I hear females saying, I can't leave the house without makeup. I can't leave the house without looking put together. I can't let anybody see me without my hair done. And like, I can understand from some point, but I feel like that's very damaging, especially from somebody like me, I guess, because I used to hide behind makeup, and I used to feel like I couldn't go out without makeup on, and I used to really get down on my own self without wearing makeup. So I stopped wearing makeup as a challenge to like really embrace who I am naturally. So when I hear girls say stuff like that, it's very triggering for me. And like, why? You know, why do you get me. You get me. It's just a big pet peeve of mine. So you'll never catch me saying that on this channel. And I wear eyebrows and mascara, and that's it. My hair look a mess 90% of the time, and my outfits are not cute. So we're good. It's fine. Whatever. But yeah, that's a big pet peeve that I hear, or that's a big pet peeve of mine from females on YouTube. Let's see from guys. Oh, I totally know. Guys, don't ever say, oh, you're on your period, huh? You got your period? I knew your period was coming. Don't ever. Because we know it too, but shut up. You don't get to say it. We do. Those would be my pet peeves. What type of content do you like to consume? I'm very much a lifestyle, travel, cooking, homesteady kind of gal. I love it. I love watching all the day in my lives. I like watching fitness and cooking. I like watching baking. I like watching homesteading. My favorite YouTubers, oh, let's talk about it. My favorite YouTubers, I'm gonna say Angie Belmar, McKenna Walker, Kara and Nate. I'm gonna go Rachel Ottenreith just because she put me onto Colorado, she put me onto vlogging. She's got a very deep place in my heart. We gotta wash our face. You see this nose ring come out all the time? Goodness. Okay. So I gave you Angie, I gave you McKenna, I gave you Kara and Nate. I love the Ballerina Farm. I love Farmhouse Home Boone. Melanie Patricia Cruz. Cora, I just found Miss Cora. I love Miss Cora. And okay, so I feel like that's a good kind of group of people. That's a good top 10-ish. So, and then what is to come? So let's do our hair as we talk about this. Take all of this out. Oh yeah. What's to come for the channel? To come for the channel, we are doing Vlogmas this year, guys. I'm so excited for it. I'm hoping to have, it's a big promise I'm gonna make, but I'm hoping to have 31 videos for you guys. Ooh, Vlogmas doesn't work like that. Okay. I'm hoping to have 25 videos for you guys, one for every day. But I'm also hoping to have a short for you guys every day as well. A little teaser of what's to come in the video and then the actual video. So we'll see what happens. It'll be my first time doing Vlogmas. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited for the challenge. I feel like I'm in a good rhythm with filming and editing. So I kind of trust the groove that I have and I'm very excited to move forward with that during Vlogmas. And honestly, that's all I've gotten to so far. I really just want to focus on giving you guys a really great Vlogmas and being really proud of that and seeing where that takes us. So with that being said, if you guys have any video ideas, if you guys have any topics, any suggestions, what are your guys' traditions? Have you guys ever watched Vlogmas before? Do you know what it is? What do you guys do for Christmas? What do you guys do for New Year's? All the fun stuff. I will be here in Colorado for Christmas this year. Last year I traveled and wasn't here, and so we decided that this year we would stay so that it wouldn't be too crazy, and we actually have family coming, so it'll be fun to see Danny's side of the family. So pretty. De gua sha. Normally you're supposed to put stuff on your face. You're not supposed to do this on a raw face, but I can't put anything on my face after I just use that vampire stuff because it'll freak out. I gave myself a massage today behind my jaw. I started getting tension in my jaw, and I saw this thing where like you relax your jaw so your mouth opens a little bit, and then you put your hands right behind your jaw right here, like a finger, or it was a thumb I think, and you open your jaw slightly and you like push it forward. Obviously you can't talk during it, but it really helped. So if you guys ever have any jaw issues, this right here, touching right there, it's tender, but it feels so good. It made me think of it. You should do this with some kind of like oil or something on your face, but whatever. Okay, we're still doing questions, right? Vlogmas, and that's all I really have focused on so far. I feel like a month of videos and a month of content is a lot to focus on. So we'll be focusing on that, and then maybe taking a little break and just doing some like short form content between Christmas and New Year's, and then hitting the ground running again once New Year starts. So yeah, I haven't really put in any thought to after the new year, but Vlogmas I've got ideas for, and I'm excited about it. Again, leave your comment below. What do you guys like to see most for Vlogmas? What would you guys like to see from me for Vlogmas? Is there anything you guys cannot stand? Let's talk about it. Use the flat part here. I really should be doing this more. You can tell that I don't do it enough because I got the forehead lines. Oh, whale. Oh God, it feels so good. It feels so good. Okay. After I run out of these questions, we're just gonna freeball it. Let's put these guys on. Ooh. And we'll finish our questions. It's a little better than the first time, right? Still can't get both of them out at the same time though. Here we go. Oh no, my eyeball, please. What? Why? Why? Rub it on in there. Okay, so maybe we do a little bit of my favorites. What is my favorite food? I love Asian food and short ribs. Short ribs is my favorite food of all time right now. I'm also really into sausages right now. Like kielbasa, bratwurst, chicken sausage, anything. I'm really into it. What's my favorite season? My favorite season here, I'm gonna go with spring. Fall really had my heart this year though. Somewhere, the transitional seasons, spring and fall, are definitely my favorite. Summer and winter last way too long. Both of them do. But the transitional seasons are amazing. I think I'm still gonna say spring is my favorite. I love seeing everything come back to life. I love feeling that warm breeze come back. Our first spring here was magical. The breeze was so strong and so warm and everything bloomed at the same time. Oh my gosh, I will forever remember it. So good. I learned this from Angie Belmar. Oh my God. Go get your ice roller, put you on some eye patches, and roll that shit out. Oh. Who remembers the Amanda Show? Welcome to the girls' room. That's what I'm calling this video. My favorite number is 23. My favorite color is green. My favorite show is Big Bang Theory. My favorite movie, that's a hard one. Somewhere between Miss Doubtfire, Santa Claus, somewhere between those two. What's my favorite animal? A panda. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, in a big way. I could do this for hours, y'all. My favorite type of music is hip hop. Tolerate anything other than country. It's trauma, okay? It's trauma. My favorite dessert is something between like a cannoli and a churro. And a s'more. I'm so into s'mores right now. All right, y'all, it's been more than 10 minutes. We could take these things off of our feet. Let's see what we're supposed to do. No need to rinse. Massage product into skin until, okay. Okay, 3 minutes on our timer anyway, so let's make the most of it, shall we? I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for requesting me do a mask video. Thanks for helping me turn my mood around. So nice. I don't want to rub this in. I want to rub it off. I'm gonna do the opposite. We're rubbing it off. I don't know if it was supposed to be, I didn't read the packaging at all, so I'm so sorry. Terrible. I don't know if this is a like hydrating mask or if this is gonna make my foot peel, so I guess I'll give you guys an update in the next video. So thanks guys for sticking around with me. Let's see what time it is. It is 11:14. So we spent 2 hours doing some lovely self-care together. Thanks for spending your time with me tonight, friends. I had so much fun with you, like always. who's next? Who has another video request for me? I'm open, I'm all ears. Let's do it. Leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys have in mind. And let's talk about it. Anything, any of you guys feel my vibes? Thanks for spending some time and getting to know me, friends. I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. Toodles.